This Rochester Hacky Sack and Frisbee Festival is in its third year. The festival program was organized by Wammo Manufacturing Company to promote their Hacky Sack and Frisbee products, and it is 4 years old. Locally, it's organized by the Rochester Frisbee Club. It's not a game of Frisbee. The Frisbee flying disc. The flying disc is a sporting good object, just like a ball. There's a wide number of sports. This festival is demonstrating the wide variety of sports that are played with a flying disc. A soccer player is different than a basketball player and is different than a ball golfer. All right? A disc golfer is different than an ultimate player and is different from a freestyler, as by the same amount. It's just that the object they use is in the same general class. You know, a flying disc. A golf disc is as different from a freestyle disc as a golf ball is from a softball or a soccer ball. And they behave as different as those two balls would behave. You wouldn't go out in a golf course with a softball and try to hit it around. You could, and you could succeed and make the game happen, but you wouldn't have as good a score. All right? I could take a freestyle disc and go over to the golf course we have right here and succeed, but I'd get killed by somebody using a golf disc, and vice versa. So there's a wide variety of sports that develop.
Actually, there are several different events in a Frisbee competition. The one that I was playing in was freestyle, which is the more artistic one, I would say, of the various events. It's not unlike figure skating or gymnastics in that there's an aesthetic component to the event. The idea is you have 2 or more players on a team, and you put together a routine to music, which incorporates trick throws, trick catches, and various movements with your body, and cooperative playing movements. One of the nicest aspects of freestyle is when the disc is coming into the player, the receiving player, and he doesn't catch it right away, but he doesn't terminate the spin in any way. He perpetuates the spin of the Frisbee, and that's done with several techniques. One of the basic ones is the delay, the nail delay, where you actually rest your fingernail at an angle underneath the disc, and it remains spinning on your fingernail. Now, there are various things people do to prepare the surface of the disc to enable that to happen easier. And they also wear plastic nails on their hands to have less friction on the surface. But once they have it on the nail, they can move it around their body, they can sling it up into the air, and you can continue to play the disc by body rolling it across your chest, in the front or in the back. So as I say, these techniques for keeping the disc spinning and keeping it in the air, but not catching it, that's added quite a bit to the freestyle game. There are things that players are doing today that just seem completely unnatural in terms of body mechanics.
And in the last 10 years now, the sport has really progressed from days when they used to just tip and catch it behind their back. Now what people are doing are putting it under their legs, tossing it up, spinning around 3 times and catching it, flying around, behind their back. And the sport has really changed dramatically in the past 10 years to what it is now.
I started playing in the early 70s, when the game as a competitive sport was just in its infancy, the time investment was not that great, frankly. A couple of hours, 3 or 4 times a week, and you could, if you had some talent, you could get competitive. Nowadays, the really excellent players in these various events are playing hours per day, 300 days a year, and they're probably putting in the same kind of time investment as the top players in any sport.
We do a lot of stretching and warming up before we play. We don't really do much of anything else. We don't run. We don't do too many other sports. We play Frisbee all the time. The moves that we're doing they're not really improvised, but they're spontaneous. So when the Frisbee comes in, we just go with the flow.
You just get so used to playing that what you do is you just move with the Frisbee wherever it is. You sort of react to it and just do whatever you feel like. And that's really when it becomes a lot of fun.
Okay, Dave Moore and Ed Summergirl.
Another event, probably the most popular event, is Frisbee golf. That game is exactly the same as the game you play with a ball and clubs, only you negotiate the course with a disc. And when you finally hole out, instead of putting the object in a little hole, it goes into a basket that's suspended on a pole.
Okay, Drink is up for his putt. Oh, a little too high. Almost got it in. And Jamie Molt sinks the putt. So that would go on the scorecard as a 3 for Jamie and a 4 for Frick. And then you'd go on to the next hole, and after 18 holes, the total low score is the winner.
Here we go. Another popular game is Ultimate Frisbee. It's a team game played with 7-person teams.
Ultimate Frisbee is a combination between football, soccer, and basketball. It's not really Frisbee football. That's a misnomer used by some people. The basic object is a goal is scored when the Frisbee is thrown from a person on one team to a person on the same team over the goal line. It's like a touchdown pass in football. They can't run with the Frisbee or a flying disc, which is what it's also called, but they can stop their momentum as they're running. One person throws it to another and he catches it and stops as soon as he can and throws it to another person on his team. And there's no tackling. It's a non-contact sport except people are going up for a catch. The defense is basically trying to block the Frisbee as it's passed from one person to another. A turnover happens when it's an incomplete pass or it goes out of bounds. Immediately, the people can pick it up on a turnover and start going the other way, except in the case of a foul, which is a break in the action. And it can either be played by time or by points. Usually points in finals of a tournament will be 21 with, got to win by 2. In the time, it might be 20-minute halves running time, and the last 5 minutes will be stop time.
How long can you keep that up? Until it stops spinning.
comes